If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
So I just learned that a blogger is trying to dox my place, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, legal warning. This is just a legal video. If you come to my place, you come knock on my door, you step foot on my property uninvited, all of these things, I'm just going to warn you. I take that as a threat. I take that as a threat. So, yeah, you are not invited to my place, and if you come through, I'm going to warn you. I don't know which one I'm going to use, but I promise you this. I'm going to try to use all of them. There is no such thing as overkill in the state in which I stay. So, yeah, hell no, and hell yeah. Let me warn you guys. Don't come to my place. And to the person that's doxing, you are now legally responsible for everything that happens after this video. I warn you. Try it if you want to. I ain't running from nothing. I ain't ducking nothing. I'm just doing my damn due diligence. Because you niggas is trying to play internet games. And I definitely can play these games way better than you. Blessings. Oh yeah, I got my uncle 21s on. You feel me? I got my uncle 21s on.
I hope they allowed y'all to see that video. Cold-blooded demonstration. I'm talking about this man right here got every gun in the book. He got big ones, little ones, machine guns, shotguns, Draco, 60-round drums, 30-round clips, magazines, whatever you want to call them. This man right here has enough to go to war with the police station if he wanted to. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now, as y'all heard by the video, you can understand that something happened. And most of us don't understand what happened, but allow me to give y'all what went down. According to Ceddy Nash, somebody has doxed him. And what that means, I know a lot of us people from the old school, we don't understand what dox mean and none of that type of stuff, because this is something new to us. However, when someone doxes you, what they do is they reveal some of your personal information. And they do it in a malicious way so that when they reveal this information, that someone can come and harm you. Someone can come and threaten you. Someone can come and harass you, right? And the information that they reveal is personal and private. The information that they reveal is stuff like this: your home address, personal phone numbers, social security numbers, medical records, just stuff that is private to you, stuff that is personal to you. And being that Ceddy Nash is a well-known and self-proclaimed Rolling 60s Crip member, revealing his home address and personal information can bring harm to him, right? So here it is. From what he has said, somebody has exposed his information. And he's giving a warning, letting them know, hey, look at my artillery. Look at what I have. So if you come to my house, and being that he made that statement, that I only can assume that his address was leaked out to the public. If you come to my house, it's not going to be a pretty sight. You're not welcome. And for those of us who understand private property and stuff like that, you can't just go on somebody's property harassing them, trying to harm them or anything, because by them being on their private property, all they got to do is say, I assumed the threat. I didn't welcome this person. I believe this person was finna do me some type of harm. I believe that my family was in danger. My kids was in danger. They were not welcome on the property. I gave them a fair warning by this video. It's publicly known that I was doxxed and I'm scared for my life. So the reason why I'm making this video is this right here. For the people out there, right? Especially you young people out there. When somebody reveals somebody else's information like that with malicious intent, you got to understand one thing. The person that is revealing the information is intelligent enough not to go harass, threat, or harm the person who they are revealing, because they understand the repercussions behind that. And that's why they don't do anything but put the information out there for you to go do their dirty work. Cold-blooded demonstration. So I just want to say, like, to the young brothers, the young sisters, and the people out there in the internet world, don't fall for that type of information, because that can get you killed. That can get you harmed. That can get you sent to the penitentiary. That can get you a felony on your record and ruin your whole life. That can do so much harm to you, you don't understand. And the person that is revealing this information to you is using you. Listen, let's just say if I found somebody information that I didn't like, right? I'm not finna reveal it to nobody. This is secret to me. I want to harm this person. I want to do something bad to this person. I'm going to do it myself. But when someone puts the information out there, they want to use you. They want to make you take the risk. They want you to end up getting shot, killed, and beat up and sent to prison and stuff like that. They're using you. So for all the young brothers and young sisters out there, you got to be careful about that type of stuff. Just because somebody leaks somebody information or their address, don't be the one to say, I'm finna go and harass this guy. I'm finna go try to break in this guy's crib. I'm finna go try to damage this guy's property, because you got to understand something. In some states, damaging somebody's property can get you killed. What you mean, hood educated? It's just property. I understand all that. But in some states, in these United States, if you come damaging somebody's property, they can protect their property with deadly force. Look it up if you don't believe me. It happens all the time. I remember I seen the video one time. A guy was kicking a man's car. The man jumped out of his car and blew the man down, killed him, and got away with that murder. He was damaging my car. And according to the law, I can protect my property with deadly force. So don't be one of these little kids out here that's going to allow somebody that you don't even know to use you to get you killed. Don't do that. Be smart. Be intelligent. Don't allow someone to use you to do their dirty work. Now, for Ceddy Nash, he has all rights in the world to protect his property, to protect his life. Okay? That's just like any one of us. I mean, we don't want somebody coming to our house trying to harass us, to harm us, or to install fear in us and stuff like that. This is our humble abode. Our home is the safest place in the world for us. We don't need no drama and all that old type of stuff coming to our crib, so we will protect that with deadly force. And the law is okay with that. So listen, kids, young brothers, young sisters, whatever race you is, whatever. Okay, I understand. You want to expose somebody and all that, which is, out of pocket. It's one thing to talk about somebody. Okay, cool. You can do all that. But to expose personal information, like that's, you taking it too far. And for the guys or the women that do the doxing, right? For you guys and women who want to expose people's personal information, you can get in trouble for that if something happens to that person whose information you're exposing. Yeah. So if you expose somebody's information like Ceddy Nash, and if somebody come to Ceddy Nash's house and he happens to kill them, harm them, you are responsible for that. Why are you responsible for that? But for what you did, as far as revealing the personal information, the victim wouldn't even be a victim. He wouldn't have known nothing about the address or the personal information or anything like that. But you revealed it. And so they got it from you. And they committed a crime and end up getting killed. Or if it go the other way, what if they go and harm somebody? We got weird people out here, y'all. Weird people. What if they get the information that you exposed and then go harm somebody? You are responsible for that. Because again, but for you revealing the information, the person wouldn't even went to go try to harm the person or nothing. But you are the origin of it. You are the fruit of it. And being that you are the origin and the fruit of it, you are responsible. We got to understand something. That's why I don't play. Like when it comes to internet threats and stuff like that. Like I don't play about that type of stuff. And the reason for, I done seen too many times where people are exchanging, words on the internet and things get heated and somebody gets shot and killed. Just like the demonstration out there in Las Vegas. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember I did that story on the demonstration in Las Vegas when these guys was going back and forth on the internet for years. And then the guy pulled his gun out, killed the man and his woman on the Las Vegas Strip. This stuff began on the internet and escalated to 2 murders. So now we got 2 people gone, resting in peace, and we got 1 person in jail facing double murder. All over words on the internet.
Tom, that's right. This is the exact spot where those shots rang out less than 24 hours ago. You see this spot on that live stream, which captured this shooting in real time. You see this famous sidewalk buzzing with people hoping to catch a glimpse of the iconic Bellagio fountains when what sounds like 7 shots ring out. We spoke to a man today who told us he was just steps away from the shooter when he started firing, telling us he ran for his life, fearing that this was another mass shooting, taking shelter in a nearby hotel. Now, police tell us today that 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz turned himself into a Henderson police station. They say that this was an isolated incident that kicked off as a feud online, as a conflict on social media that tragically escalated, not yet identifying the victims. Tom.
All right, Ryan Chandler.
At the fountains, and then I just heard gunshots. I thought they were fireworks until people start running, and then we got down.
Chaos breaks out on the Strip over the weekend as 2 feuding YouTubers live stream a deadly shooting. We now know 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz is a suspect in the shooting that killed Rodney Finley and his wife Tanisha. 911 calls from that night paint a frantic picture when tourists hear gunshots while watching the fountain show in front of the Bellagio.
We heard gunshots.
Where did you hear it at?
You know the Bellagio, hotel?
Yeah, you're at the Bellagio?
Yeah, we are, watching the fountain show, and then we heard gunshots.
It was hours after those calls were made before Ruiz turned himself in. Henderson police released this body camera footage of that very moment. This is the video we first brought you just yesterday as breaking news right here on Fox 5 News at 3 o'clock.
So I want to advise everybody, listen, don't play around like that. Somebody threatening you on the internet, take that serious. Somebody threatening you on the internet, talking about they gonna pull up, they gonna do this, they gonna do that. Take it serious, because you don't know the mindset of the other person on the internet. This person right here really can be deranged and really want to do you harm for just because of your words. So take it serious. Don't think like, oh, this is just the internet. No, it's not just the internet. People die all the time. Let's think about the gang banging. Guys on the internet dissing people and saying stuff on the internet, little emojis and all this old type of stuff on the internet, disrespecting the rival gangs and things like that. Girlfriends and boyfriends, exes and stuff like that, going at it on the internet, and then people end up dead, shot, stabbed, beat, harmed.
New details today about the deaths of the grandparents of local rapper HoneyKomb Brazy.
Tony and Leila Lewis were killed 13 months ago after a shooting and fire at their home.
One of the suspects, Patrick Lewis, was in court today. News 5's Nicolette Schleisman joins us live in the studio. And Nicolette, a lot of details came out today in court.
Yeah, that's right, Peter. So detectives in this case gave testimony about audio recordings between several of the suspects reportedly planning the shootings, saying in court that the recordings are sickening. The phone recordings are reportedly between Terrence Watkins and Darren Southall, as well as Southall and Jamarcus Chambers. All three are suspects in the case. The fourth suspect, Patrick Lewis, is referenced many times. That's per Mobile police. The state says Watkins, Lewis, and Chambers were the ones who went to the home on Dr. Thomas Avenue on February 17th, 2021, and started shooting. They say Southall was encouraging them to take action.
His involvement is what we call an aider and abetter, which is that he was helping plan and organize and encouraging the three individuals that were in the car.
The state says this all began from a Facebook post from an associate of the couple's grandson, whose real name is Nashawn Jones. The state argues the post angered Watkins and he felt disrespected, so they hatched the plans. And the home was a target because it would hurt Jones.
Anyone in that house would have been a target of this attack.
The Lewis family in court hearing many of the details they say they'd never heard.
It was very gruesome. No one deserved, no one, not just because it was my family, but no one deserved to be treated like that. They had no remorse for human life at all.
The state believes two people fired the shots, Lewis and Watkins, and they say Chambers was in the car. Mobile police say they have cell phone data that puts Lewis's phone in the area around the time of the shooting before it was turned off.
But I'm not sure how that actually places him at the scene. They haven't placed the cell phone that was on the tower in his possession.
The state says the shots caused a reaction starting the massive blaze that night, but no official cause of the fire has been determined.
A likely scenario is that the gunfire resulted in the explosion of an oxygen tank, which in turn would have caused the explosion of other oxygen tanks in the house, which would lead to the fire.
And the state also alleges the suspects went to several different car dealerships and bought a car in cash specifically for this crime. Lewis's case has been bound over to the grand jury. Live in the studio, Nicolette Schleisman, WKRG News 5.
All off of the internet. Listen, the internet is not a harmless place. You gotta understand that. Look, as much as you might want to believe that, we have the evidence to prove that the internet is not a harmless place. People die for talking stuff on the internet all the time. So, again, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. Take it serious. If somebody's threatening you on the internet, take it serious. Anytime I get those type of threats and stuff like that, or people talking crazy to me on the internet, I mean, look, I go do homework. I need to find out who this is talking crazy to me. I need to find out where they at, where they live, how old they is, how many kids they got, have they been to jail. Look, because I take my life serious. I need to know who I'm dealing with. I need to know who's threatening me. Because if a person was standing in front of me threatening me, I know how I would perceive that, right? So just because they on the internet, I got to excuse that and say, oh man, this is just the internet. No, y'all, Too many people done died playing on the internet. And I guarantee you, y'all know stories that I don't even know of people dying from playing on the internet. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.